Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we'll be discussing about the glories of Kartik month, the Vrata that one can do, what happens when someone does this Vrata, and also at the same time, the most important element of the Vratas, I'll summarize. And towards the end, we'll also discuss how to start the Kartik Vrat, but the Sankalpa mantras, which are there, which are quoted by Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas. So we'll speak about that also. So in Hari Bhakti Vilas, we have quotations from Skanda Puran and Padma Puran. I got one chart, which talks about the preceding deity and the month, and obviously the English calendar also. Now I couldn't get the reference to this, but then I thought I can present. Now, if it is bona fide, then it is good. If it is not, no problem, in the sense it's in line with our discussion. So, like we have this month's name, right? Chaitra, Vaishak, etc., Kartik, and then at the end, we have Falgun. And the 13th month is Adhik Mas. So, according to our Vedic scriptures, there is a preceding deity to every month. And here we understand, from this chart, so Vishnu is the preceding deity for Chaitra. And similarly, others are given here. For Adhik Mas, the preceding deity is Purushottama. See, these are the 12 names which are there, the names which we chant also while putting tilak. So these 12 names are Vishnu Murtis, who are there in Vaikuntha planets. So every Vishnu Murti holds on Vaikuntha planet. Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, then Vishnu, Trivikrama, Vamana, Sridhara, Rishikesha, Padmanabha, Damodara. So these are different names which are there, and Vasudev. And there are other names also. There are 24 such personalities, and the only difference that they will have, they look exactly the same. The only difference is the combination of Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. So a personality holding Shankha here will have one name, then Padma, another name, then Gada, another name, Chakra, another name. With one hand I was saying. So like that we have other three hands also. And like that we have the combination. And there are names which these personalities have. So similarly, this month of Kartik that is there, the preceding deity of this month is Damodar. Therefore, one of the names is Damodar month, which we call it as Damodar month. Some very, very important quotes, from Padma Puran and Skanda Puran, which will help us to enthuse ourselves to practice intense devotional service in Kartik Mas. From Skanda Puran, this says, Na Kartiko samo maso na kritena samam yugam, na veda sadrisham shastram na tirtha gangaya samam. Kartika pravaro maso vaishnavanam priya sada. Kartikam sakalam yastu bhaktya seveta vaishnavaha. It is said, Na Kartiko samo maso. There is no month which is equal to Kartik. Then second, Na Kritena samam yugam. There is no yuga that is equal to Krita yuga, that is Satyuga. Na Veda sadrisham shastram. And there is no scripture in this entire world which is equal to Vedas. And then it says, Na tirtha gangaya samam. There is no other tirtha which equals Ganga. And now it is said, Kartika pravaro maso vaishnavanam priyasada. And it is said that this month of Kartik is very, very dear to Vaishnavas. Kartikam sakalam yastu bhaktya seveta vaishnavaha. So therefore it is described that devotees, they do nice devotional service. They continue doing it the entire year. But especially this month, they do nice devotional service for their lordships, not to their lordships. Now, I always had this question in my mind. Now, when Purushottam month came, we all said Purushottam month is, really very glorious. And now we are saying Kartik month is glorious. So I had this doubt. So the doubt got solved from Padma Puran. Dvadasav api maseshu Kartikah Krishna Vallabha tasmin sampujito Vishnur alpakair apya upayanahi dadati Vaishnavam lokam iti evam nishchitam maya. Here it is said, Dvadashav api maseshu Kartikah Krishna Vallabha. So among the 12 months, Kartik month is the topmost. So Purushottam month is 13th. The Shastras are in line. I was very happy when I read this. or else it will be just exaggeration sometimes, and when people read who don't have full understanding of Shastra, they will feel it's just exaggeration. जो भी आता है उसको glorify करते. But here we have Shastric reference. Out of 12 months, which is a natural course of action, Kartik Mass is the topmost. And why this month is topmost? Here it is said, Krishna Vallabha, because it is very dear to Lord Shri Krishna. And now, very, very important. We have heard all this, in our sessions, but then reference to that is given now, so that we have firm faith that yes, this is a very, very important month. There it is said, Tasmin sampujito Vishnur alpakair api upayanahi. That is said that Tasmin, anyone, sampujito Vishnu, anyone who worships the Lord in this month, alpa, even if someone does little service to the Lord. So, that is very, very great. And it is described, what will that devotee get? And here it is said, Dadati Vaishnavam lokam iti evam nishchitam maya. So Lord is telling this, and He is saying, Dadati, I will give, I will award. What I will award? Vaishnavam lokam. That is Vaikuntha planets. Goloka Vrindavan. I will award spiritual world, to this devotee who is doing even little service in the month of Kartik. Are you all ready? And then it is said, again, another quote which tells us Kartik is glorious amongst the 12 months. It says, Kartika khalu vai masam sarva maseshu cha uttama punyanam paramam punyam pavanam cha pavanam. Skanda Puran says this. The month of Kartik is the topmost of all other months. Punyanam paramam punyam. It is the most meritorious month. And pavanam cha pavanam. It's purified. Is the most pure month as compared to all other months. Now, it's a very nice thing that is mentioned here. But what is so glorious about this month of Kartik? And why it is said Krishna Vallabha? Why is it said that this month of Kartik is dear to Krishna? And here is a quote again from Padma Puran which says, Tataha Priyatama Vishnu Radhika Gopika Sucha Kartike Pujaniya Cha Sri Damodara Sannidhav. It is said that among all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the topmost. And she is Priyatama. She is the dearmost personality. She is the dearmost personality to whom? To Lord Shri Krishna. And therefore, Kartike Pujaniya Cha Sri Damodara Sannidhav. Therefore, in the month of Kartik, one should worship Radha, Damodar, Radha and Krishna together. This is what is the statement that is made. And in Narada Puran, Krishna is making very, very strong explicit statement, especially about worship of Srimati Radharani. I feel we are very, very fortunate. ऐसे नहीं था कि we were searching that what is the best form of worship. Should I worship only Krishna or should I worship Radha and Krishna together? कोई ऐसा ढूंढ रहा था क्या? Yes. We were not interested in worshipping anything or anyone. We just landed in ISKCON and then we are like, okay, right from day one. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Now see, a new devotee who comes, he keeps hearing Radha, Krishna, Vrindavan, and he gets a desire, I also want to go to Vrindavan. Abhi aisa usne dekha nahi hai Vrindavan. One boy was telling that, I'm doing this devotional service, I'm feeling very nice, I feel like I should go to Vrindavan. अभी कहाँ से इसको डिजायर आया वृंदावन जाने का? Just by hearing, you come in ISKCON, you associate with devotees, and naturally, without any second thought, you start worshipping Radha and Krishna. You start aspiring. At least एक बार तो वृंदावन जाना चाहिए. फिर एक बार जब जाके आते तो बार बार जाना चाहिए. And when we go to some temple where only Krishna is there, I have seen devotees asking, Prabhuji, Radha kahan hai? Srimati Radharani kahan hai? It's only Krishna here. So naturally, it goes into our system that we are supposed to worship Radha and Krishna. And therefore here, Lord Shri Krishna, he is telling, and he says, Satyam Satyam Punha Satyam. Now he is telling, what I am going to tell is the topmost truth. Satyam eva punha punha. I'll tell it again and again. And whom Krishna is telling this? To Narada Muni. And he is saying, Vina Radha prasadena mat prasado na vidyate. He is saying that without mercy of Srimati Radharani, one cannot attain my mercy. A very strong statement. Very strong statement. Yes. And we are very fortunate that naturally Srila Prabhupada gave us the worship of Radha Krishna together. Therefore, all our temples are named Radha Dash. Yes. Radha Rasabihari, Radha Madhav, Radha Shyama Sundar. And here we have a special name, Gandharvika Giridhari. So Gandharvika is who? Radharani only. So like this, we have Radha and Dash after that. Therefore, it is said that whoever worships Srimati Radharani, who is the most merciful one, he will advance in bhakti and eventually attain the service of Sri Radha and Krishna. Now this month is called as Damodar month. This month is called as Kartik month. And this month is also called as Urja month or Urja Vrata. So Damodar month. Now I think this is something which almost all the devotees in ISKCON will be knowing. Damodar month, because there was a pastime of Dam Udar. And what was that pastime? Mother Yashoda. I sometimes wonder, what should we call Mother Yashoda? Supreme Mother. Yes. Because she had this great opportunity of serving the Lord so intimately. Can you imagine? No, you cannot, because you're not a mother. I was thinking that, can you imagine what it means to feed Krishna breast milk? You cannot imagine. Only mothers can think of, because mothers feel so blissful when the baby is drinking the breast milk. Now, when Supreme Personality of Godhead is sucking the breast milk, how much blissful this lady will be feeling. So this mother, Yashoda, she tied Krishna, dam, that is rope. She tied Krishna. What dam this was? This rope was not an ordinary rope. This was the rope of love. And with that she tied Udara, the belly of Krishna, to wooden grinding mortar, and therefore is called as Damodar. And this pastime happened on the day of Deepavali. And since Deepavali comes in this month, since this pastime happened in this month, so the entire month is called as Damodar month. And all the devotees celebrate every day as Damodar Leela day by singing Damodar Ashtakam. Therefore, Damodar month, first. Second is Kartik. Kartik Mas. Very important again. Now again, a very important thing to note, sometimes devotees ask this question. I also had this, so when I heard a lecture, I got to understand or got some clarity. Now Krishna, he tells in Bhagavad Gita, out of all the months I am not Kartik for sure. Margashirsh. He says, out of all the months I am Margashirsh. So now devotees ask, so which month is the topmost? But then Krishna makes it very clear, in the previous verses, which I chanted, he makes it very clear that Kartik month is dear to me. Okay, Margashish might represent me, but the month which I like is Kartik. So I hope the understanding is clear, the clarity is there. Now, when it comes to the preceding deity, we said Damodar is there, but we also have a preceding Devi here, Adhishthatri Devi, and she is Srimati Radharani, the supreme goddess of fortune. So she is the preceding deity, and so it is very, very dear to Krishna. This month is very, very dear to Krishna. What is the mother's name of Srimati Radharani? Kirti Da. Kirti means merit or fame. So one who awards fame, Kirti Da. Now this is something which is related to Sanskrit, which I don't know, head and tail of it. But I'll just repeat what I've heard. So here it is described that, now Kirtida, sometimes she was also called as Kirtika. Yes. This word Ka makes a lot of significance. It talks about the one being soft-hearted or being glorious. And some examples were given in this context. Now, when someone has to talk about Srimati Radharani being soft-hearted, so the Ka will be added to that. And the name becomes Radhika. And similarly, the mothers are called as Amba. The mother, with soft heart, Ambika. And here, therefore, accordingly, with this, whatever Sanskrit is there, in line with this, Kirti Ka. And the daughter of Kirtika is also called as Kartika. And that is Srimati Radharani. Yes. And this word Kartika, from that comes this mass called Kartik Mass. Or also, it is also called as Kartika Mass as well. So in this way, we have this word Kartik. Third thing, Urja. Now this word we have read many times and many times we have read, it comes in Nectar of Devotion. So Urja means what? Energy. So it is described that any devotee who does this Kartik Vrata gets a lot of energy. For what? For doing spiritual activities. So the devotee gets a lot of spiritual energy, to do spiritual activities. And it's very, very important, you see. Because without that enthusiasm, without that aspiration, without that eagerness, one cannot endeavor in spiritual life. And anyone who does Kartik Vrata is bestowed with this Urja to continue one's devotional service till the last breath. Therefore, it's very, very glorious month, Kartik month. So we have these three different names. Now, a very, very important thing, why this Kartik month has to manifest like this, which is most merciful. Long time back, this description I had heard, that Lord is very, very merciful and we are very, very fallen. So it's a very good combination. So now this combination is like, I am very fallen. Now just imagine, at times when we think about ourselves, it's a big question mark that comes. Will I attain Goloka Vrindavan? This life? I don't know about you all, maybe you all might be confident, I will attain Goloka Vrindavan, but at least for me it's doubtful, Will I attain Goloka Vrindavan? Okay, aspiration is there. I want to attain the eternal service of Radha and Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan this life. Aspiration is there. Now aspiration, keep it aside. But think about qualification also. Yes. I want to go to Goloka Vrindavan. I want to serve Radha and Krishna in dash rasa. And devotees can fill that. Therefore, it is described that we are very fallen and we have no hopes of going back to Godhead, to be very frank. Therefore, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very, very compassionate. For those devotees who have that intense desire to go back to Godhead, He gives glorious opportunities to them in such a way that they will make quick progress on the path of devotional service. And one of such quick path that is given, or one of the shortcuts that is given by the Lord, is this month of Kartik. Long time back I recorded one video called Big Zillion Sale. You'll find me in that color kurta and hair also in that. Because I had heard the glories of Kartik month, and at that time the big billion sale was going on, in some website. Then that day I was just thinking, and I was thinking that, okay, big billion sale, but then what sale that is? Where they just reduce some price and then they give some product. But then here, if someone does little devotional service, Goloka Vrindavan is given to that, so kaun sa sale hoga ye? Then I had named it as Big Zillion Sale. Anyways, so this sale is very, very important, and Lord has put this sale for all of us, that you do little devotional service in this month and you'll get a lot of merit. In the previous years, when I would speak this, I was not very satisfied. Because this goes on to say, okay, I'm doing devotional service in this month to get some merit. But we also talk about selfless devotional service. अभी selfless है तो merit थोड़ी देखेंगे. Correct, no? So when it comes to devotees, it's by default they'll get a lot of merit. But we don't do Kartik Vrata for getting some merit. But we do Kartik Vrata because Lord Krishna is pleased when someone does this Vrata. So our entire goal of doing Vrata is not to get merit. Our entire goal of doing this Vrata is to please Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Krishna is very pleased when someone does the Vrata of Kartik. Why is pleased? Because we are respecting Kartik month. And what do you mean by respecting Kartik month? The month which is dear to Srimati Radharani, or the month which is non-different from Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Lord Shri Krishna is very pleased when someone respects this month by observing this Vrata called Kartik Vrata, Damodar Vrata, Urja Vrata. So what is the mood? I want to please the Lord, so I want to do this Vrata. Hope this mood is clear. Yes. Now some details of this Vrata. Now let's try to understand. In my initial days, when I would hear about any Vrata, somehow some devotee had put the kida in my entire existence that this life we have to attain Krishna. Now whatever Vratas I would hear, I would be like, yes, I will do this. I want to attain Krishna. That was there right from start. All glories to those devotees who programmed me like this. So whenever I would hear, okay, Chaturmas, there are some descriptions which are given. That one shouldn't shave, one shouldn't cut nails and all that. Then once I decided, I'll also not shave. And then there are some descriptions which says that you should sleep on the floor. And you should put the food on the floor. And then you should eat with your mouth directly from the floor. Such descriptions are there. Then once I decided that I'll do this. And then one good thing which I would do is consult with superiors. Can I do this? This is a good thing that I've done in my life, I can say. Then I consult with my superiors, especially His Grace Harikshitra Prabhu. He gave me a wonderful clarity of what Vrata a devotee should do who is there in ISKCON. And why one should do Vrata. See, one should do Vrata to please Krishna. And we understand every day we sing, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado, Yasya prasadat nagati kutopi. If we please Guru, Krishna is pleased. And if Guru is not pleased, Krishna is not pleased. So our entire goal of any Vrata should be to please A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So that should be our Vrata. That our deliverer, everyone knows in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada is the one who is called as deliverer. He is going to deliver us from this material world. So he is that Guru for us and we are supposed to please him. And when we please him, Krishna will be pleased. Very logical, very technical. We can easily accept and understand. So now if I have to please Prabhupada, so I have to do what he has told. Not that, what I have heard here and there or what I have read here and there. Because many things are there in Shastra, So now when we understand that, okay, Srila Prabhupada will be pleased with so-and-so activities, we are expected to do so-and-so activities only. Very, very important. Therefore, we should ask this question, what Prabhupada wants me to do? And that will be my Vrata for this month of Kartik. Or that will be my, Vrata forever. But especially in this month of Kartik, I'll try to focus and do those activities, intensify those activities. And when I do those activities, Srila Prabhupada will be pleased. And by that, Krishna will be pleased. And finally, I have done my Kartik Vrata of pleasing Lord Shri Krishna. Is that clear? So now on these lines, to please Srila Prabhupada, what should be the details of the Vrata? Let's try to discuss that. A very, very important shloka from Nectar of Instruction, Upadeshamrita. Please repeat. Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam Jivha vegam udaropasta vegam Etan veganyo vishaheta dhira Sarvam api mam prithvim cha shishya. Upadeshamrita or Nectar of Instruction, shloka number 1. In this month, These are the 6 urges that we should try to control. Vacha, speech. Manasa, mind. Krodha, anger. Jivha, tongue. Udara, belly. And 6th, Upastha, genitals. Now let me discuss each one of them. First one is Vacha, speech. See, one of the important Vrata in the month of Kartik that we can take is that at least in this 1 month, see, it's not a big thing, it's just 30 days. At least in this 1 month, let me not do Prajalpa. And one of the very, very important Prajalpa, which many people relish in, is blaspheming devotees, finding faults in devotees. At least this we shouldn't do in the month of Kartik. So our tongue should be controlled. Our speech should be controlled. Very, very important. And what we should try to speak? We chant the holy names of the Lord. We should glorify the Lord. Very, very important. We should speak the pastimes of the Lord. Therefore, it is described that Vacho Vegam, this urge of speaking should be controlled. This is one of the Vrata that we can do. So chant more and more number of rounds. I have seen when devotees take Vrata, the ones who are not doing 16 rounds now should do 16 rounds. And the ones who are doing 16 rounds should do. So at least devotees who are doing 16 should try to do 20, 25, and if you can 32. And there are many devotees who do 64 every day in the month of Kartik. So we can see how much time we have accordingly, but more than 16 for sure. That should be the important Vrata that we take. First. Second, we should try glorifying the Lord. When we devotees come together in the month of Kartik, we should discuss what we have heard. Consciously. Consciously we should discuss what we have heard. I heard this particular thing in the class, that particular thing from Bhagavatam, this particular thing from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This pastime I heard, did you hear this pastime? I'll narrate. So this should be the conversation that devotees should have. And when you have a good standard Vrata, a bit high level, you will not get time to do gossip. So therefore, Vrata should be taken very nicely. Okay, I'll do 20 rounds or 25 rounds. And how you go to office and come back, morning you finished your 16, rest 9 rounds are still remaining. And say a devotee comes and say, "Thoda baat karna tha aapse," and then that's a gossip. Now, Prabhuji will talk after Kartik. My rounds are pending. So in this way, when you have a good Vrata, then you'll not get time. You'll not get time to do anything else apart from devotional service. Therefore, it is described in the month of Kartik. We should have a good Vrata of chanting. So consciously, 3 things we are doing. Chant more number of rounds. Second, glorify the Lord by glorifying His name, form, qualities and pastimes. Third, consciously not blaspheming or doing fault finding in devotees. Vacho Vegam. Second, Manasa. So what we think in our mind, we should be very careful. So at least the material aspirations that we have, usko thoda daba ke rakhna chahiye month of Kartik. And we should have spiritual aspirations. So mentally, our meditation should be very strong that what I actually want in Krishna consciousness. What do I really want to attain? And accordingly we should offer prayer. So one of the important prayer which we should meditate on and offer to Krishna is that, "Oh Lord, if you're pleased by any of my activities, any of my devotional activities or any sadhana that I'm doing, now please award me rati. Please award me attachment to the service of the divine couple Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Please award me the attachment. Attachment to what? Attachment to the holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam." This should be the only prayer. What else is needed? If this we can attain, then we have attained the highest thing in spiritual life. Rati is very, very important. Attachment to Sri Sri Radha and Krishna's service. Attachment to holy name and Bhagavatam if someone can attain, the person has gone to the next level of devotional service. So this should be the aspiration. And this should be the meditation of a devotee also. So Manasa. And then when it comes to Krodha, when you take Vrata, there is no time to become angry also. Yes. So there is no question of becoming angry. Even if anger is coming, for the sake of doing this Vrata, we control ourselves. Kartik ke baad milta hu tujhe. अभी नहीं, कार्तिक के बाद मिलता हूँ तुझे. So something like that. Yes. So in this month of Kartik, we have to try our best not to get angry. Even if the anger comes, we control ourselves for a higher goal, for a higher purpose. Kartik month is going on. Let me not get into this particular activity. Now another very important thing after that. Krodha is clear. Jivha. We are very eager to eat a lot of things. Yes. So in this month of Kartik, so one should be very clear. No, I'll have prasad only. Very, very important vrata this is. If someone can take this vrata, I'll take only prasad. And in that also, if some devotees feel, and if they feel that they can do it, they can say that these particular items only I'll take, or these particular items I'll not take, or something like that. Yes, which is practical. Something like that. Now say someone takes a vrata, I'll not take rice. Or I'll not eat chapatis. No, it's too much, right? So basic, maybe I'll not take luxurious items, because more this, when you satisfy jiva and you run around for satisfying jivha, tongue, it's very difficult to attain Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Jivera lalsa iti uti dhai, Shishnodara parayana Krishna nahi pai. Anyone who is running around to satisfy this boneless muscle that is there in the mouth cannot attain Krishna. Cannot attain Krishna. Therefore, we should try our best to take food, at least in the month of Kartik, to maintain the body and soul together. Yes, not to satisfy the tongue. But need not be very serious for those devotees who cannot control their tongue. But at least one thing should be there, that in this month of Kartik, I will take only Krishna Prasad. This has to be clear. In this month of Kartik, I'll take only Krishna Prasad. Now the next thing is Udara, belly. So we have various fasting days in the month of Kartik. We will see, now see, this month is so glorious. So many acharyas have appeared in this month. Then you have two Ekadashis also in that. So we will have some fasting days. So we should fast. We should fast. Bhishma Panchak is there last 5 days. I'll speak about Bhishma Panchak also. Remind me if I forget about Bhishma Panchak. So this, many fasting days are there. We should try fasting, in this month. 30 days में ही है ना, 2-3 ही है, ज़्यादा नहीं है. 2-3 plus और थोड़ा रहेगा. ज़्यादा नहीं है. So we should be able to fast. And this overeating should be avoided in the month of Kartik. इतना ऐसे पेट भर के एकदम, and you're showing it to others also, देखो पेट पूरा फुल गया है. Therefore, it is described, that when when you do overeating, our senses will become very agitated. Then our thoughts will not be proper, and then our Kartik Vrata will get affected. Therefore, we should eat as much as needed. I'm not saying that fast every day. There are devotees, just to make sure that their senses are under control, they eat only once in the month of Kartik. Yes. So that's not too much of a ask for us. At least I cannot do that. But then we will eat 2 times, 3 times, whatever it is. But then not overeating. This is something which we have to take care. Then comes upastha, that is genitals. So one should take care that in this month of Kartik, there is no sexual activity that happens. Very, very important. So no sexual activity. One has to maintain one's celibacy. Now, physically we might be maintaining. We should try our best to maintain at the level of vacha and at the level of manasa also. So very important. So more you keep your mind clean, not thinking about any sexual activity and not speaking about any sexual activity, then a lot of purity will be maintained at the level of manasa, at the level of vacha and at the level of kaya, entire body. So in this way, our actions will also become pure. So these are the 6 urges that we should target in the month of Kartik to control. What are those 6 urges? First, tongue. So what we will do for tongue? Chant more number of rounds and then glorify the Lord and not finding faults in others. Second, manasa. Yes, praying to the Lord, having a right aspiration, having a right meditation that I want to attain rati towards what? Service of Radha and Krishna, and rati towards holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam. Next, Krodha. Kartik ke baad milta hu. Yes, so Kartik mein no anger. Once you try one's best not to get angry, and I request all my counselees, don't make me angry. I also want to do Vrata nicely. Okay, next. Udara, Jiva. So tongue. So one should try to have only prasad. Only Krishna prasad. Yes. Offered properly. I think all of you can connect with what I'm saying. Offered properly to the Lord. Not that you offer it mentally and then, oh Lord, accept it. Offer properly to the Lord and then accept. Yes, this is a Vrata. Has to be done properly. And one should try, if possible, if you can control yourself, not to eat luxurious items. And the last one is, second last is Udara, that is belly. So one shouldn't do overeating. And finally, Upastha, that is genitals. One should not indulge in any sexual activity. This is very much valid, for married couples also. And it's very much valid for brahmacharis also. So shexual activity at the level of mind, speech and body. And one should take care. And especially all the men, one shouldn't lose semen, in this month. Now one should try. So if you are maintaining your kaya, vacha, manasa purity, then that purity, will be taken care. Yes. Now some things which I would like to add here, which Srila Prabhupada will be very pleased with. Obviously, if you do all this, Prabhupada will be extremely pleased, no doubt. It's in line with what Prabhupada wants. But along with that, the program that Prabhupada has given us, that also is something which, we can focus on. 3 things which mandatorily we should do is chanting, singing Damodar Ashtakam and offering ghee lamp. This is something which we have to do, which is very much in line with what Srila Prabhupada wants. But the program that Srila Prabhupada has given all of us has to be followed very strictly in this month of Kartik. Now all the devotees who are staying in and around ISKCON centers should try their best to attend Mangalarti every single day. The first thing, if possible, is get up in Brahma Muhurta between 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Get up in Brahma Muhurta and take bath. Very, very important. And while taking bath also, one can meditate or one can do it physically, where I've seen some Grahastha devotees doing that. They'll put Ganga Jal in the water, few drops in the bucket and they take bath. The few devotees who invoke all 7 rivers in the bucket and they take bath. Or the least thing that we can do is that having this meditation that I'm taking bath in Jamuna or Ganga and pouring water on oneself. Can you imagine such wonderful meditation this is while taking bath? And chanting the holy names, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Right? So this we can do. So this is taking bath. So get up in Brahma Muhurta, take bath immediately. Don't wait for anything else. And the next thing that is there is attending Mangalarti. Now the devotees who are staying close to ISKCON centers can attend Mangalarti, which happens at 4:30 in the morning. So they can attend physically. And if they cannot attend physically, if they're not staying close to the centers, they can they can attend it online. That is in Mayapur or in Vrindavan. So we have, fortunately, we have these live aartis, which are happening. So we can attend that. And the Grahastha devotees who are there at home, they can do Mangalarti at home. That is also very much important. We can do that. So in this way, Mangalarti is something that has to be attended. And one has to sing Guru Ashtakam in Mangalarti. That's what Prabhupada has given us. And the devotees are regularly attending Mangalarti. The Vrata for them is that I should meditate on Guru Ashtakam consciously. Very important. So you wake up, you take bath in Brahma Muhurta, you attend Mangalarti without fail, all 30 days. This can be a Vrata. 30 days I'll do Mangalarti. This can be a Vrata. And 30 days at least, I'll try to meditate on Guru Ashtakam that I'm singing. Samsara Dava Nalalida Loka. And every time, the last line when it says, Vande Guruho Shri Charanaravindha, remember the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and pay obeisance to Srila Prabhupada. This can be a conscious endeavor in this month of Kartik. Now, a very important thing after that we do, after attending Mangalarti, is we sing Narsimha Arti and then we do Tulasi Arti. So all the devotees who are not regular in doing Tulasi Arti, Tulasi Puja, one should do Tulasi Arti in this month. See, finally we remember that we have to attain Goloka Vrindavan, eternal service of Radha and Krishna. And the controller or the control is given by Radha and Krishna to whom? To Tulasi, to Brinda Devi. So, thoda sa, we have to do service to Tulasi Devi with an aspiration. Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Yei Abhilashi. So, in this way, one should try best every day to do Tulasi Arti, Tulasi Puja. The least thing that is expected is every day watering Tulasi and applying the dust of Tulasi on the forehead. At least this basic thing we should do. And all the devotees who are preachers, sometimes when we go for morning class to some other place, we might miss watering Tulasi. So consciously we should water Tulasi every day and apply the dust on the forehead. And we should do Pradakshina three times, 4 times. You can do more also. If you are praying for some devotees, you can do extra Tulsi Pradakshina for the devotees. So this is Tulasi Arati. Now this is something that we should do, Tulasi Puja. Now, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is our worshipable Lord. We are Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So Gauranga and Nityananda. So Gauranga or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us Shikshastakam. That's the only thing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us in the form of verses. Yes. So these 8 stanzas are very, very important for all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, for all of us. So if we can chant these 8 verses consciously in this month of Kartik, that will add a lot of value to our day-to-day practice. 30 days of conscious chanting of Shikshastakam every day. This can be the Vrata, that can be there. Now all these things happens in the morning itself, so it's over. In the morning, when you attend any Mangala, any morning program in ISKCON, these things are taken care. Next thing that is there is Guru Puja. That can be attended. It's a special worship to Srila Prabhupada. That can be a Vrata where I'll not miss Guru Puja. And the next thing is Bhagavatam class. It's very important. If you're not able to attend Bhagavatam class physically in the temples, in the entire day there should be a slot where we hear the glories of the Lord. And we read the glories of the Lord. So we read the glories of the Lord from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. And along with that, we hear the glories of the Lord which are spoken by Srila Prabhupada and his followers. Very, very important. In this month, especially we can hear pastimes of the Lord, pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna, because this will help us, to remain in Vrindavan Dham. I was hearing that there are 5 types of Vrindavan. It seems Shivaram Swami writes it in his book. The first Vrindavan is Goloka Vrindavan. Second Vrindavan is the Vrindavan that Krishna got with him and he did his pastimes. And third Vrindavan is, while going back to Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna left a Vrindavan here for us. That's the third Vrindavan, Bhauma Vrindavan that is there. Fourth is the great devotees, they manifest Vrindavan wherever they go. And Srila Prabhupada said, International Society for Krishna Consciousness is non-different from Vrindavan. So Prabhupada carried Vrindavan in his heart and he manifested Vrindavan all around the world. And the fifth Vrindavan is there in the mind of the devotees. So in this month of Kartik it is described, anyone who does Vrata in Vrindavan, that is very, very pleasing to the Lord and they get a lot of merit, great merit. So one thing that we can do is that we can meditate or we can hear the pastimes of the Lord, and when you do proper Shravanam, naturally Smaranam will also happen. And we can exclusively read about some pastime places of the Lord. See the photos which are there. And fortunately we have internet access. So see the different photos which are available of different pastime places of the Lord. So this is something which we can do. So when we do Shravanam, naturally Smaranam will happen. So we should do Shravanam of the pastimes of the Lord, the philosophy that is there, the teachings of the Lord, very, very important. Therefore, in this way, we can do reading and hearing. Again, it can be a commitment. For this much of time, every day, I will do my hearing, I will do my reading. So this is a Vrata. This is a Vrata that is there. So you can have a fixed time for that. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 5 hours, 24 hours. Basic 30 minutes to karna chahiye. 30 minutes. And specifically in this month, we can hear Damodar Leela, because that's the Leela that has happened. So you can hear as many times as possible. Second thing is, there are various festivals that will come in this month. Deepavali, Damodar Leela happened on that day. Govardhan Puja happened on that day. Gopashtami, when Krishna took the charge of cows. Gopashtami. And then we have the appearance of Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, Bhaulashtami. So these are the different pastimes that we can hear. And along with that, in this month, so many glorious personalities have appeared. So we should hear about them also. So in this way, we can observe the festivals. Maybe physically celebrating the festival may or may not be possible. If we can, best. If we cannot, this thing has to be done. Hear about that festival. And hearing about the festival is also called as observing the festival. Because you're hearing about the festival, so you're observing the festival by meditating on it. Right? So hearing about the festival is also very, very important. And here it is described that in this month, now we have to glorify the Lord, chant the holy names, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and say, if you get some time, we can sing various bhajans also. Various bhajans glorifying Radharani, various bhajans glorifying Krishna, various bhajans glorifying both of them together. There's so many bhajans like that, right? So we have Sri Radhika Ashtakam, that is Radha Kripa Kataksh. We have Nanda Nanda Ashtakam. So if we get time, these are things which can be done. There are so many bhajans which talks about Radha and Krishna together, like Radha Krishna Pranamor Jugala Kishore, and Krishna Premamai Radha, Radha Premamai Hari. And then we have various other, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. That is the bhajan that is there. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. That's a nice meditation. Jaya Radha Madhav Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. So this is a nice bhajan which everyone knows. We can sing that. And then we have these other bhajans which are there, which talks about Vrindavan Dham. That is Vrindavana Ramya Sthana. So maybe one day one bhajan can be sung. And we have various bhajans calling for mercy. So those bhajans can be sung. Gauranga Karuna Karo, Gauranga Balite Habe, all these different bhajans can be sung. So basically, glorifying the Lord, calling for His mercy. This is the point that I'm trying to make here. So singing various bhajans. If we cannot sing any bhajan, no problem, at least one bhajan can be sung, that is Damodar Ashtakam. And here it is described in Hari Bhakti Vilas, Sanatan Goswami writes, Damodar Ashtakam Nama, Stotram Damodar Archanam, Nityam Damodara Akarshi, Pathet Satyavrata Uditam. So who wrote Damodar Ashtakam? Satyavrata Muni wrote. And here he is saying Damodar Ashtakam Nama Stotram. So one should daily sing Damodar Ashtakam. At least one time it can be sung. And then Damodar Archana Nityam. So one should worship Damodar. Therefore offering ghee lamp in the month of Kartik is very, very important. There are various significance or various merits those are given by offering ghee lamp. What happens? There's a short 3 minutes video which we have recorded. You can watch that. So how by worshipping Lord Damodar, by offering ghee lamp, one becomes dear to Lord Damodar. Lord is very, very pleased. And various other things like sins will be destroyed, etc. Those are there. But here very important thing is Lord is very pleased when you offer a ghee lamp to the Lord. So morning, evening we can offer at least once, sing Damodar Ashtakam and offer a ghee lamp to Damodar. Therefore it said that one should do this thing 30 days. Every single day, this can be done. So in this way we can follow this Vrata in line with what Srila Prabhupada wants. How we can end anything talking about Prabhupada without speaking about preaching. So one thing is there that all of us, we will get benefit of this month of Kartik. But let others also get benefit of the month of Kartik. Therefore we see that this sale that is there, this was told by Srila Prabhupada to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, that Kartik month is a sale. which devotees will for sure get the benefit of. But this sale should be made available to the common public also. So we can have a Vrata where I'll put a stall, a Damodar stall where you have a Damodar photo, and then you put keep ghee lamps and ask the passerby, the ones who are passing by, please come and offer ghee lamp. And they will offer, they'll get the merit. They don't know what they did, but they'll get to know later. Yes. And then the Grihastha devotees who are there, they can organize Damodar festival in their house, invite more and more devotees, and they can offer ghee lamp. And make others to offer ghee lamp. Now, when you offer ghee lamp, just imagine how much merit is there. Lord is so pleased. When you trigger others, when you make others offer ghee lamp, how much pleased the Lord will be. So this can be a seva. Therefore, I always keep telling that in this month, every day there can be a Damodar program in some house, where devotees are calling other devotees home and they are offering ghee lamp. And this at least once in the entire month, the Grihastha should organize this Damodar festival in the month. And they should call devotees, have nice Hari Katha, do nice Kirtan, and facilitate offering of ghee lamp, to Lord Damodar in their house, and serve prasad to all the devotees. So this is a very, very big seva, that can be done in the month of Kartik. At least once, it can be done. Very important. So in this way, we can do some preaching activity also, which will please Srila Prabhupada. We can distribute books. These books which are dear to Krishna can be distributed with a mood that in this month of Kartik, I want to please Krishna, so I'll distribute Bhagavad Gita, I'll distribute Bhagavatam, I'll distribute Nectar of Devotion. And with this mood that I want to please Krishna and Krishna will be pleased when the living entities get closer to him. So, let me organize this Damodar festival and facilitate offering of ghee lamp by others to the Lord. This is something that we can do, and this will please the Lordships. So these are the different things that we can do. As I already said, that the least thing that a person should be doing in this month of Kartik is chant more number of rounds, sing Damodar Ashtakam, and offer ghee lamp to Lord Damodar. Least thing. But the other devotees who are very, very greedy, who want to please the Lord, who want to get His mercy, they should see, from this huge list that I gave, we can plan something. It is described that there is one full year that is there, to do devotional service. But kya kare? Every day we cannot do intensely. We are Baddha Jivas. Then Lord says, okay, no problem. 1 month at least you do. Kartik month. Now some devotees might be like, 1 month very intense, thoda mushkil hai. So Lord says, Arey bhai, 5 din to kar lo. And that is Bhishma Panchak. Last 5 days of Kartik is called as Bhishma Panchak. And these 5 days, one has to really intensify the devotional service. And I've seen devotees taking only roots and fruits. And the main thing is, the main focus is, I have to intensify my devotional service. And in these last 5 days, devotees chant more, hear more, read more. There are devotees who take off for 5 days. 5 days taking off is not a big thing. They take off for 5 days and just to do devotional service from morning till evening. So how do we start this entire Kartik month? This Kartik Vrata or the Urja Vrata. On the first day, we chant these prayers. Or if you're not able to chant these prayers, no problem. Stand in front of the Lord and you can tell the Lord that in this month of Kartik, for your pleasure, these are the activities that I'm going to do. Now, asterisk. So, make sure that we take up only those things which we can do throughout the month. If you're traveling, so you know that in the travel you'll not be able to do that particular activity. So accordingly, you should discuss with your superiors and take. So I always say that discuss with your mentors and decide what vrata you want to take. Because it's very easy to say first day, I've heard glories of Kartik, I will do it 64 rounds every day. And it boils down to 6, 4 or 6 plus 4 or so it should be something which is practical, that we can do. So accordingly, we should stand in front of the Lord and then tell the Lord that I take this vow for your pleasure, for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, that I'll be doing these activities, in this month of Kartik. And if you want to chant a prayer, there's a prayer also which comes in Padma Puran, quoted in Hari Bhakti Vilas also, Sankalpa Mantra. You can maybe repeat after me. Kartikeyam karishyami pratah snanam janardhana pretyartham tava devesha damodara mayasaha. So here it is described that in the month of Kartik I'll be doing these different activities, which starts with pratah snanam, that is early morning taking bath. And what will I be doing? I'll be worshipping the Lord with Srimati Radharani. So Radha and Krishna will worship together. And there is a Prarthana mantra also that is there. Okay, repeat, I'll try to chant. Tava dhyanena devesha jalesmin snatum udhyatah tvat prasada cha me papam damodara vinashyatu. So here it is said that while taking bath or something like that can be chanted, that I'm taking bath in this water, O Lord, absorbed in your meditation. So, O Lord, please destroy all my sins. Now, this is a prayer which can be chanted, but the mood is that I want to render more and more service to you. So, I want to be purified. So, please purify me, O Lord. And that's the prayer that is there. So, this is Sankalpa mantra and Prarthana mantra that is given. So, in this way, we can practice devotional service intensely in this intense month of Kartik. And the mood is very clear. The mood is, I want to get more and more merit in this month of Kartik, correct? The mood is, I want to please Sri Radha and Krishna, and the only prayer that I have is, Oh Lord, please bestow me with Rati. Rati towards what? Rendering devotional service to Sri Radha and Krishna, and Rati towards holy name and Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the mood and this is the aspiration. So thank you very much. I hope all of you will be able to do this Vrata very nicely. And I hope that when you're doing this Vrata, I'll get my commission. Okay, you have described the Amodar Vrata, so you'll also get your commission. So requesting all of you that please do this Damodar Vrata very nicely with a mood to please Radha and Krishna, and do it consistently every single day, all the 30 days. So wish you all a very happy, blessed Kartik Vrata, and I pray that all the devotees who are doing this Kartik Vrata, including me, advance in devotional service and finally attain the eternal service of Sri Radha and Krishna. Thank you very much. Kartik Maas ki, Kartik Vrata ki.